Hi, I'm LifeCoachLANDRY, and the topic is 7 questions to ask yourself before you break up. Okay, what I want to help you do here is figure out whether you actually need to walk away from your relationship or if you're being irrational and emotional and caught up in the moment of what's going on between you and your partner. Okay, so I'm going to give you 7 questions because at some point in your relationship, you will be faced with the frightening question, should we break up? So I'm going to help you kind of navigate your own feelings and your own situation. Okay. So question number 1, am I looking at the entire relationship from an objective perspective, or am I reacting emotionally to an event that has left me hurt and I haven't taken the time to resolve it with my partner? So therefore I'm thinking we should just break up. Okay. So what this means is, you want to be in a place of calmness and clarity and not caught up in the heat of the moment. And you want to have discussed this with your partner before you walk. Okay. Unless this is a repeated pattern that you've had for years and years, but if you haven't taken the time to talk to somebody about it, including the person you're with, that means that you've been harboring this inside and things have not been going well because of what you've been holding on to, not because necessarily they can't be solved. Okay. So I want to make sure you pay attention to that. Okay. Number 2, are you expecting your partner to fill a void that only you can? Okay. This is really crucial because there are correlations and studies and stuff that people sometimes get in relationships because of their self-esteem. Okay. It is no one's responsibility to make you happy in this world. You have to have happiness as a choice and something you've decided to be before you ever let somebody else in your life. Okay. Being happy is extremely important that you have this put together before you join somebody else. Somebody should add to your happiness, not make you happy. There's a gigantic difference between that. You should know the difference as an adult between the two. Okay. The next one is, what do you need to be happy? To gain a sense of being, way up in the sky, and what can you do to bring that into your relationship? Okay. So this is one of those things. Okay. I'm happy by myself. I'm good by myself. What do I need from somebody else to make sure they don't take away from that and only add to it? Okay. Because there's a belief in our society, if something doesn't make you feel good, then you should just move on to something else. Okay. That's ridiculous. The truth is happiness is not dependent on others. And it is, then you have an issue with your own self-esteem. And like I just said in my last one, what you want to do is analyze, I'm feeling pretty good about my life. Something I would love to have complimentary or to really just kind of help me branch out and become a better person. I'd love to have somebody who's a little bit stronger in this direction, or a little, has a little bit of this, or I'm attracted to someone with a common interest, and that'll make me even happier than just doing it on my own. So it just goes to show you're already happy. You're just looking for more of it. And that's what you want in a relationship. Someone that complements you, compatible with you. Okay. So that's the first 3. I want you to go with number 4. Am I truly happy in my partnership, and would I be happier without it? Okay. I'd advise you to acknowledge, what you would miss about them if they were just completely gone. If you were daydreaming about being single and doing your things on your own, it might be time to end a relationship. Obviously, if you're trying to focus on what it's like to have life by yourself and not with them, you've done this more than a couple of times over the past couple of months, well, then you're starting to think outside the box of being out of your relationship. And before you do that, I just want to make sure you've analyzed the things that you're not harboring something that they've been uncommunicated with. You need to make sure you communicate that first and then make the decision. Okay. The next one is, are we still growing? Okay. This is one of the most difficult and painful questions for I think any relationship to endure. Okay. But if the answer is no, then it could mean the relationship has run its course, and you met during a certain phase of your life, and now that phase has come to an end and you're moving to a new phase. Okay. This doesn't mean it's gotten so bad that there's no going back now. What I mean by this is, are you not growing anymore? In other words, are you looking for something that there's no possible way, even on their best day, even when you first met, they could have ever provided for you? And this is non-self-esteem. I want to separate that. Your self-esteem is separate. You need to handle that on your own. But let's say, you know what? I really like to go antique shopping. I really have an appreciation for arts and stuff now that I didn't have when I was younger, but I'm with somebody who literally hates that stuff because I met them 3 years ago when none of that had developed, The next one is, does my partner add to me or subtract to me? Okay. To me, this is the most important one. Someone's either a liability or an asset to your life. Okay. An asset means you're a better person because you've met them, and you're a better person by being with them. Subtracting means they bring out the worst parts of you, and it seems to be consistently. something that happens. Okay. As a lifestyle coach, as a coach on finances, I coach people on starting businesses. I coach people on, finding their career, relationships, everything. This will leave you, when you meet somebody who helps you on these things, this will really help you kind of guide the people, their assets and liabilities in your life. Okay. So the next one's going to be, if you had a son or daughter you deeply loved, would you want them to be in the relationship with somebody like the person you're with right now? Okay. If you had a son or daughter, would you say, I'm so glad you're with that man. I'm so glad you're with that woman. We respect that person. The way they think is it's very methodical. They seem like a very honest and sincere person with their emotions. Okay. This is a powerful reality check. Okay. Powerful reality check to picture if you had a child and they were dating this person who has, it's powerful. Okay. If you wouldn't want your child to be with someone like that, then why would you be with someone like that? Okay. So, I look at this and I say, are you happy? Are you generally in a happy state? What's the last question you ask before you end in a relationship? And I say it's either, does my partner add or subtract from me? And if I had a child, would I want them to be with that type of person or be happy for them to be with that type of person? Okay, so I'm going to recap the questions. Am I looking at the entire relationship from an objective perspective, or am I reacting emotionally to an event that has left me hurt that I haven't taken the time to resolve with my partner? Number 2, are you expecting your partner to fill a void that only you can? Number 3, what do you need to be happy, and what can you do to bring that into your relationship? Okay. Number 4, am I truly happy in my partnership, or would I be happy outside of it? Okay. Number 5, are we still growing? Number 6, does my partner add to me or subtract to me? And number 7, if you had a son or daughter you deeply loved, would you want them to be in a relationship with someone like the person you are with right now? Okay. So take this information, think about it, process it, do it. But, it's important you do these things before you walk away from a relationship. The last thing you want is to be away from the relationship and realize, I walked out too soon. I made a mistake, but I damaged my relationship by doing it. Now I don't know if I can get it back. Okay. So think about those things. If you want to book a personal session with me, click on the link below. It has my contact information. I do Skype, email. I do any kind of session you can think of. And if you just want to show your appreciation because you found value in this, you can click on the PayPal donation link below, and I will talk to you soon.